welcome to my channel. This is Search, bringing you another action figure collector's review on the Walmart exclusives Mattel's Masters of the WWE Universe's Macho Man Randy Savage. As you can tell right there, you get Randy Savage looking at you through the window like a champ. Behind him, you get his accessories. Over here on the back of the box, you get what his accessories do. You get other figures from this wave, and you get a nice illustrated image of the Macho Man beating the crap out of John Cena up there at the top. And you don't get anything at the top or nothing at the bottom. So let's get to it and open the Macho Man up. Okay, let's take a good look at his accessories, and you do get a lot whenever it comes to this figure, especially for the price point of what you pay for this figure. And I really do enjoy that. Now this does come on the figure itself. This is his armor plating, and I think it looks very good. It looks like his t-shirts that he wore to the ring. But I like how they did with the armor. It looks very good. Now taking this thing off was a pain. I had to use something that came to a point to get these little pegs to unpeg. The top shoulder ones were a little tricky too. They came up very easy with my fingernails, but they kept falling back in place every time I'd pop one of these bad boys out. So be on the lookout for that. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's got a little bit of a stress mark right here. But it's not too bad, not too bothersome. But that looks pretty good. And right here, the back of the armor, it looks very nice as well. So I'm very pleased with that. And I would like to note that these little things right here, they do go inside there. You can interchange them, but I'm going to leave mine like that. I prefer this one in there, and it's just too much of a pain because it does unpeg right there and right there. But for me, leaving mine in there, you know, you can just swap them just like so. Anyway, you get another option with another one with the broken glasses, and you know, that's pretty cool. I like to have the options, but I wish this would have been a little bit easier to interchange, but you know, that's a little nitpick. And this came on the figure as well, and this is his little helmet or his hat. Well, it's more of a bandana than it is like a helmet, but it looks like a helmet, but it is very nice. I like it a lot. It looks very accurate to something that he would wear. Right here we'll look at the kick pads or shin guards, whatever you want to call them. And they look very good. I like the sculpt work on there as well. I like the line work and the detailing up around the knee pad, where the knee pads would be. And right through here, it looks very good. I'm very pleased with that, how that turned out. And right here, I like his little club or mallet. So that came out looking very, very good as well. Now, for the price point, I'm not complaining about the color or nothing like that, because, I mean, you get what you pay for it, and I think this is pretty good quality. To get this collector-friendly comic book, it's got some pretty nice artwork in there. Right here, you open it up, and you get a little stats and bio of Randy Savage right there. And I think that's pretty interesting. And over here, you get some killer artwork over there with him fighting John Cena and Triple H. So that's really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. I wish the story would have been a little bit bigger. And on the back, you get other figures from this wave. Just wanted to show off what Randy Savage looked like with all of his battle armor on, and I think he looks very good as far as the wrestler is concerned. He could even fit in with some of your classic wrestlers from back in the 80s or early 90s. And he fits the scale pretty well, if you ask me. Now, his muscle tones does look very good. I would have liked to see some shading and stuff, but for the price point, what we paid, I'm not going to complain that bad. I mean, he does kind of favor like a Ted DiBiase, though, cosplaying Randy Savage, but they do have a lot of similar facial features, so I'm just going to let that pass. But he looks very good in my opinion. Yeah, here he is, out of the box and out of Slim Jims and ready to kick some tail onto your screen. I really do enjoy this figure a lot. Now, I do have some minor nitpicks, and we'll get into that in just a second. Let's take a good look at the Macho Man's articulation. First of all, I'd like to note though, his helmeted bandana does not come off that easily, but just with the pull of your fingers, you can get it coming off very good. So that pleases me a lot. right there. And his head can't really look up that much at all because that hair hits the armor, so that's a little bit bothersome. And the same thing with his beard, it hits his chin and his beard, it hits the armor as well, so that don't get a lot of movement out of that head. And whenever you get him looking side to side, it's the same thing. His hair hits that armor, so you can't get the full exorcist, which that's okay. And right there, you get a little bit of that confused dog to that side and a little bit more to that side. So that's not that bad. You can get his arm extended out that far, so that's pretty nice. I like that. And he can throw the perfect pitch, which is awesome. And his elbow is a single jointed elbow that bends in that far, but he does have them party elbows right there. And I wish you could have got a little bit more bend out of that elbow. Double jointed elbows would have been great, but the price point, I'm not complaining. And he does have hinges and a swivel right there. And he does not have no torso articulation, but he does have a waist twist. His legs can kick out that far. He can kick forward that far. Back, not so much. He's got a single jointed knee that bends in that far. So that's, okay. I would have preferred double jointed knees, but this shin guard does not get in the way of the articulation as far as that knee is concerned. But moving that ankle up, it does kind of hit right there. You could get a little bit more out of it, not too much, and if that wasn't there. And he can do the perfect ballerina, and he does have ankle pivot. That was a good look at Macho Man's articulation. Okay, let's take a good look at his sculpt and detailing. And as I said earlier, he does kind of look like Ted DiBiase in a weird little way. But I do like it. I like the muscle tones that we're seeing. And you get a little bit of vein work right there. Not too much of one. But I do like it. I like the sculpting of the hands. He can hold his weapons very well without them falling out. The skin tone is very good, and I think his trunks are very accurate color as far as I can remember. The stars came out very clean right there, and it says Macho Man on the back. I wish you could have been able to see this a little bit better, like the Macho part. I wish the armor would have been cut just a hair higher, that way you could make out what his full name is. But everybody knows who the Macho Man is, so that's not a huge complaint. Right here, you get the stars on the side of the boots looking very good. You get peg holes at the bottom of the feet. And that was a good look at the Macho Man's. Here's how the Macho Man scales next to the Masters of the WWE Universe's ring. From the same line of figures from the Masters of the WWE Universe, you have John Cena over there on the left and Triple H over there on the right, and they share a lot of the same body molds. So I would have liked to see some height difference. I mean, Triple H does look a little bit taller. He looks like the taller out of the three, but I would have liked to seen a little bit difference in height, especially between John Cena and Randy Savage. How he scales up against a couple of McFarlane toys. We have the Batman Who Laughs over there on his left, and over there on his right from the same company, we have the Unchained Armored Superman. He scales up against a couple of NECA action figures from the GameStop exclusive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 90s movie line. We have the Foot Soldier over there on the left. From that same line of figures, we have the Shredder over there on the right. He scales with Hasbro's Power Rangers Lightning Collection lines, Walgreens exclusives, Dragon Shield Black Power Ranger over there on his left. And also from Hasbro, from Marvel Legends, we have Stan Lee. My final thoughts on this figure, I really do enjoy it personally. I like what Mattel's doing here with the mashup of the WWE and Masters of the Universe. If you like one, or if you like the other, or if you even like both, I think you'll love this figure. Me personally, I grew up watching wrestling, and I didn't have no interest in the Masters of the Universe at all. So having this and messing around with it and having it has better articulation than what we had from the 80s. It's very nice to have. I like it a lot. Now, it's limited in articulation as far as the action figures that are coming out now. I mean, double jointed elbows would have been nice. Double jointed knees would have been nice. A little bit extra paint here and there. But for what we get and what we pay for it, you get a ton of extra accessories. You get that collector-friendly comic book, and you get so much with this figure for the price point. I think it's really worth it if you enjoy action figures. But let me know what you think of the figure. Let me know what you think of the review in the comments below. And as always, feel the urge to collect with Surge. If you want more action figure collectors reviews, then feel the urge to subscribe to Surge. And if you've liked what you've seen, then click that big thumbs up button. If you want to get notified of my latest videos whenever they drop, click that notification bell. If you want to see this channel grow, share with a friend. Speaking of friends, you can friend me over there on Facebook. Links to that will be in the description below. You can also follow me along on Twitter. Links to that will be in the description below. By God, he just killed John Cena with a devastating elbow drop from the top rope.